Can we please stand for the pledge? Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's town board meeting. It is January 27th, 2026. First item on our agenda is supervisor's report. Purchase order 122603, town board meetings, broadcast services, and equipment. For the gentleman to my left. Let's see. Okay, purchase order is broadcast equipment, $4,175. As you know, we have equipment here that's over 50 years old, so we're slowly trying to repair stuff. Web hosting and domain registration is $600. Video production, live stream broadcast, programming, editing, and uploading, $525 per meeting. Total is $13,125 for the year. TV equipment, signal maintenance, $75 a week. Total $3,900 for the year, with a total annual cost of $21,800.
I'd like to make a motion for approval for this purchase order, and Lenny's done a nice job, and this is a very fair price.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
seconded by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is purchase order 122604. This is for Thompson and Vendor. Thompson and Vendor will perform communication services for the town of Mount Pleasant during a 12-month period commencing January 1st, 26 and ending December 31st. Full details of specific services are outlined in the 26 agreement. Total cost is $24,000, and they have held the same price as they had 24 and 25.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Motion by Mark.
I'll second.
Joe?
Second.
Yell it out there. I want to hear you.
You get the mic?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Authorization to submit a parkland alienation form. This piece of property on Stonegate, it's part of Stonegate Park, I guess it would, no, East, what's it called?
Yep,
Eastview?
Stonegate Park.
Stonegate Park. The bottom portion of the park is a little over an acre lot. That's between two residential homes. It's been a thorn in the side of our Parks Department through constant graffiti and problems with the pavilion there. So we're trying to separate this particular section of land from the upper portion, which was a ball field. But it is a parkland, so we have to go through the state to have it alienated, is that the proper word, from the other portion. So this authorizes us to submit a parkland alienation paperwork to the state.
Move for approval.
I know this is close to your heart, Mark.
It is.
Motion by Mark,
I'll second that. Thank
second
you.
by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Receiver of taxes report. Let's see any. Don't see any interest rates. Probably get that next meeting. Okay. Okay, moving on, we have business on the floor. Anyone wish to address the board at this time is welcome to do so.
It's been a long time. Joe, you get get to know me. Just two quick things, and I don't really expect answers, you know, on the spot.
I'm sorry, we know you,
Oh,
but can
Fran
you state your name?
Carlucci, Hawthorne, New York.
Thank you.
You got it. So one is, I think, Carl, you responded later or earlier today, but the best, you know, obviously we have our band, great, we know you have, we have your support in that, but the town of Carmel and the town of Somers have both, well, I don't know if Somers finalized. Carmel put for the resolution, basically voicing their disgust, whatever, lack of agreement with the proposed state bills, 5506. And we've talked about this in the past, that the state's looking to possibly try and override town and local municipalities. But Carmel went forward and put a resolution in place that they did not agree with this. I think Somers is doing the same. I know they met last week. I don't know if they finalized that's put forward. Certainly know that you're all still backing and supportive of keeping these facilities unless there are changes to make them safer out of Mount Pleasant. But I would like you to consider a proactive approach. I expect a reactive approach should that happen, should any of those state bills pass. But I would like to suggest you looking at what Carmel and Somers have done and possibly considering the same in Mount Pleasant to go on record opposing what those bills might wind up getting pushed out to.
No, I appreciate that. We're very well aware of that. The town has always historically gone after the state for trying to override our zoning regulations. And we will continue to do that, no matter what they try.
Right.
And we're not alone, because every supervisor that I have talked to in New York State will back us up on that. So, yeah, it's probably a good idea, and it's a good point. Maybe we should just be proactive on it, and we'll look at that. So.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. And then the other item, and again, I don't expect a response, we know we have the meeting next week that the New York State DOT is holding regarding 9A, and there's nothing that I expect you guys to answer. But I did send a note, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, in their graphics that Amanda sent out and is posted on the website of what they're going to discuss. On page 4 of those graphics, pay particular attention. Their opposition to the light, they list the whole laundry list of why they can't put a light at Beverly and 9A. And one of their alternative solutions is a no left turn option, which we've talked about also with all of you, which is, are you telling 25 plus families they cannot make a left turn to go to our town, our schools, our houses of worship, our stores, our train station, because you won't put a light there? Not you, the state won't put a light there. That is one of their proposals, along with a roundabout, which I know is going to be extraordinarily expensive and they're never going to approve. And then obviously their road diet and their changes. But for me to even see that in a graphic, to say no left turn, you know, the first legal turn is Dana Road, 2.6 miles south of where we live. So I'm just saying this to make a point. I hope we can get your support to stand with us that that's really not a logical option to be. And again, we're all a little sensitive in our neighborhood, so we feel like it's a little bit of a punishment to even try and suggest that from the DOT, because we have been so vocal for the last year. I will be transparent. I have notified News 12 again. I'm hoping they're going to show up to that extravaganza next Tuesday. I don't know if they will or they won't. But, you know, we're not giving up on the light. But certainly it's an option to say, hey, you residents can't make a turn. And I'm not sure what whether it's a left turn out northbound to 9A, whether they're saying no left turn northbound going into our neighbor. Either way, any of those things are just unacceptable, right? You can't cut us off, because then I'll just start paying my taxes to Elmsford instead of Mount Pleasant, because that's the direction I'll have to go for everything. So,
As you know, we were pretty adamant on our stand about traffic light being put there, and we're going to hold that point.
yes.
I do not agree with the no left turn. I believe they have to make suggestions, because the position they're in. But we're going to try to, we'll push as best we can to get a light there. That's what we're going to do.
Yes. No, I appreciate that, and I know you guys on that. And can you confirm, will there be representatives, obviously besides any of you who'll be there, from the building department, from the planning department, because, you know, planning and zoning, when they make the decisions of what happens down that corridor, really have to remember we live there.
They have no jurisdiction there on that. They have no control over that.
Oh, no, I know they have no control, but.
I know the
you
chief
know.
is going to be there.
Okay.
We have a work session that night,
Oh, man.
Tuesday.
Timing is everything.
but I know this has been going round and round trying to find a date, and we don't want to mess it up any further. I will be there for the start, and then I'll skip out to get here. But
Yeah, because they start at
6:30.
6:30, and you come here at 7?
7.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so whatever you can do to make, you know, your statements, your support of whatever, we're obviously going to be pushing on, you know, what they did with the shoulder was already insane. It's already created, you know, even more risk. I would like to thank, if Chief Oliva was here, I called traffic and safety. The pile was so high of snow we couldn't see northbound traffic, and they did come today and cut that pile down so we can get out. But you know the story with 9A.
I'll try to get David Smith, our town engineer, to be there.
We, for transparency, myself, Robin Farrell, and I think possibly Dominic Vita, we're meeting with David Friday morning. Robin requested it. Oh, there you are. Just because we want to try and understand the traffic study from Amazon versus the traffic study they did last year versus the traffic study that was done to put the light down by Skyline,
Right.
right? Because if them saying there's no reason for a light here, what's the difference here and there? So we are meeting with him and hope to get some of his insight on that. But that'd be great if he could be there. And if you're only there for a short time, if you can make the point, it would be greatly appreciated.
No problem.
And that's it. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Good evening, everybody. You guys got an update?
State your name.
Carlo Valente, Hawthorne. You guys got an update?
I know who you are, but all these people watching
Nobody,
don't
no,
know who you are.
no one knows me. No one cares about it. It's okay. Yeah, just following up to 500 Commerce, if you guys had an update? No update?
No update.
We had made our points on that, but I haven't heard anything come back to us yet on that.
DOT.
All right, anybody follow with the state?
That's the issue with state.
How about
Because
the
that property
developer?
hasn't been turned over as an easement, I guess, that
Right, did we follow with the developer?
we asked the developer, his comment is waiting for New York State DOT.
Well, he actually has to submit a survey to New York State in order for them to relinquish that property so they could go ahead and do the
I believe all
sidewalk.
that has been already done. That's waiting for the state to respond.
State hasn't gotten a survey.
The state has not received the survey.
No, I called out to the state and they said they're waiting. I double checked this morning. And they're waiting for that to be submitted by the developer.
No, check on that.
Who'd you speak to at the state, do you remember?
I don't know if she wants me to let her know her name, but I have a contact at the state. She deals with Hudson Valley. So there's a few individuals that are contracted or this is their territory.
Right, she's a DOT employee, though?
Yeah. That's it.
We'll check again.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Dominic Vita Hawthorne. Just wanted to second what Fran had mentioned about not only your support on 9A and how sensitive that issue is, but also your support on BES and anything else that you could do proactively in your power to look out for the town and safety of the residents. I put all of my comments in writing. I've sent them all to you already. And since we're touching on things, that we want the board to consider in terms of follow-up, there is a lot of follow-up from last year that I would love for you guys to really take under your remit and do for 2026. Things like that Moody's downgrade and the 2 reasons that Moody's cited for that, including litigation and corporate governance. If we've never gotten an answer as residents as to what it was that caused them to come to their conclusion to downgrade twice, whether or not it's justified, they had seen everything which we have not seen, and they have come to a certain conclusion based on that. It'd be wonderful, talking about proactivity, as Fran mentioned, it'd be wonderful if the board can take the lead here, someone on the board or all of you on the board can take the lead and really be proactive in looking at what those things are and provide an update to your stakeholders, which are the town residents. In addition to that, providing an update on budget matters that came up in October and November. It's really important to be transparent and really dive into the numbers and see what's going on there. Let us know what the spend is. Let us know what the projections are. One of the things we've looked for is a 3 to 5 year projection, right? How are we going to overcome any future downgrades with Moody's if we aren't planning or projecting what we might need into the future and budgeting accordingly, whether we have to increase taxes more, use reserves less, or a combination of both. It's really important, I think, for the board to do those things and to report back to us being the residents, the stakeholders of this town, so we know what's going on. You may have a view into what's going on because you see these things. All we see are, for instance, purchase order after purchase order after purchase order, and we don't know, are questions being asked? You know, people could postulate theories that there is self-dealing going on, that there's conflicts of interest going on. I'm sure there's not.
Please don't even make that sound like it could happen, okay? This town board is very cognizant of expenses, okay? We're still in the top 3 ratings, and people want to make it look like we're down in the B, C ratings. We're not.
No one's suggesting that?
Let me just finish.
Yeah.
For the past 10 years that I've been here, we have always been double A, triple A, A. We haven't gone below that. It's not because we let things go and let anybody charge whatever they want. We are very cognizant of expenses here. And I don't know of anybody who's run this town tighter than ever in the past. Never. You can not do anything and get away with more. But we didn't have that option. We had improvements that had to be made in this town, or else it falls apart. Roads, bridges, whatever it is. Town hall, all these things had to be attended to. And as you know, they all cost money.
So the question is, right? The
So
question is looking.
you want a report. Okay, we're gonna be talking to our auditors, to talk to them, because they know how to do these things better than
Terrific.
the average person.
Terrific.
We will be going through that with them and looking at what we should do moving forward, if it's more than what we're already trying to do as far as holding costs. We've cut expenses this year as we did last year. You can only cut so far, okay? Things still have to be maintained. You still have to pay bills. Insurance goes up, oil goes up, electricity goes up. All these expenses have to be dealt with. We all know in our own homes how costs have gone up. It happens here also. And I think we've watched very carefully what's going on in our expenses here.
Yeah, I don't think we need to sort of litigate what has gone on in the past. It's been 10 years of development, and I don't think we had a return on investment, to be quite honest. The amounts that, and we've never, and I've asked for, and we've never seen the numbers, right? We've never seen an improvement on those numbers. All we've seen are an increase in taxes over that time. And now there are some people who say maybe taxes haven't been increased enough. I don't disagree with that point,
Yeah.
Supervisor Fulgenzi. I don't disagree with that.
Yep.
But it's got to be based on planning. It's got to be based on projections. I've worked in the corporate world. I understand how these things go. But we as the stakeholders really are left in the dark. We
Also-
really, I know, but you're on that side of the dais,
No,
so
you
you
don't
get
say-
that information.
It's just as important to us as it is to you. And families that I personally know throughout the town that are in dire straits. If you don't think I care about them, you're very wrong.
I think we need to see, right? I think what we need to see from this board is a report to the stakeholders, more transparency on what's going on, how our money's being spent, right? I think that's how you get that trust back. in my opinion. I'm not saying you're doing a bad job. I'm not saying anyone on the board is cheating anyone. What I'm saying is we're spending a lot of money on things. Let's show what that's going toward, right? Tonight, you're approving 4 Apple iPads for the business department.
Building department.
Maybe, building department, thank you. Maybe they need it, right? We just don't know. As
They're
stakeholders,
20 years behind the average town with those.
there's litigation, right? We've asked for updates on litigation and what's going on there and who's overseeing that, right? What it looks like from us, resident stakeholder, is things are being rubber stamped here when they come before you. I'm sure that's not the case.
But you're
show
trying
us.
to make it look that way.
I'm
That's
not
what
trying to make it
troubles
look
me.
that way. What I'm
There's
saying
like
is we don't
5
have
people in this town
information.
who have questioned this, okay?
We do not have the information, that's all I'm asking
I
for.
wish more people would come to our work sessions, because we hash through like those iPads and there, how many,
Well, it's not even that. The
They could tell
iPads are
you.
part of the budget, so that was included in the building department's budget.
Perfect.
So, and that's,
It's in the
that's
budget.
all of our items. Unless
Perfect.
there's an emergency, the purchase orders you see were budgeted for.
Yes.
And maybe when we read them, we say this was included in the 2026 budget so people know.
Perfect.
But,
Yes.
you know, I understand what you're saying, and I know you love my note-taking, and you'll see on the 18th,
Yeah.
we came up with a list of things we want to talk about.
Brilliant.
For this year. But we're
Brilliant.
only just getting into the 3rd week of January. It's a very busy time, the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying, and I know you want things right away, and I wish sometimes things worked faster too. I
Yeah.
appreciate that, but it is only the 3rd week of January.
yeah, I'm not
The theme
discounting what
tonight
you're,
was
I'm not discounting what you're
productivity.
saying either. I'm just, I just, it frustrates me that more people don't come to the work sessions when we actually discuss everything that it appears we might be rubber stamping tonight, where we've had countless
Conversation
hours about whether
Yeah.
these things might be necessary. Even to Danielle's point, if something is budgeted for, it doesn't mean we still may not question it and say, well, can we maybe do without that? Yes, it was budgeted for.
Right, or get it at the end of the
But
year,
those
see where
discussions
we
take
are.
place the week prior to these
Right.
meetings.
It would be wonderful to televise those work sessions. Supervisor Flagenzi's
I'm sure
office
there's,
is
I'm
very
sure there's a
small.
cost associated with that also.
There is.
There is, but if you want transparency, we need to know, that's all. It's just about,
I have a lot of respect for you. Do me a favor, don't use that word transparency, because this town board is more transparent than it's been in 20 years, okay? We have done more on the websites, more information given out constantly, almost on a daily basis. So that word is very misleading to people, okay? People start thinking, when you say transparency, we're hiding something, and we are not hiding anything.
the only way to know that, is with more communication, which we've
More
asked for.
transparency, yeah,
I didn't say transparency, I said more communication, which
You've
leads
already
to
made
more
it clear.
transparency.
I get it.
I appreciate you hearing me out. The theme tonight was proactivity and getting your help on that. We're on the same side here, right? And I just want to be sure that everyone understands that there are a number of things that have been requested that have not been fulfilled. And I know it's the beginning of the
Again-
year and there's a lot of work to do, but I want you to understand that that's the extent of what I'm asking for.
We're trying to understand our side also. We're talking, like Danielle, first 3 weeks of the year, can we have some time to meet with our auditors and get things together first before we get questioned on how we spent money or misspent money, to your question?
It's great to hear that communication tonight, that's in the works, right? I'll
Yep.
send a follow-up note for other things that are still out there that I believe need to be attended to, which are probably on that list, and that'll be my follow-up to tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This Route 9A thing has consumed a tremendous amount of time on your parts and the town's part to try to do the right thing for the residents off of 9A. And believe me, if anybody wants to say we haven't done our part, they haven't been listening.
It's huge, Supervisor Flagenzi, and I showed up at the planning board meeting at the beginning of the year, asking them to reopen the seeker when a use was determined for 16 Skyline Drive, and they said no. There was no use back in 2022 when that was approved. There was no use when they did a traffic report in 2022 and updated in 2023. There was a use in 2025 that they knew of at the end of 2025 when they updated the traffic report. There was nothing that changed, and they wouldn't reopen the seeker for public comment on such a sensitive stretch of road as 9A, when the planning board knows between 2022 and 2025, there have been 3 projects that have been approved there that are gonna blow up traffic in the area. 40 Sawmill River Road and West Ends High being two huge projects, plus we have North 80 coming down the pike. They don't care about cumulative impacts, but we do, because it affects us. It affects us every day that we have to live in that neighborhood, those neighborhoods that abut that section of road. And for those of us who traverse it, it really affects us. And for our emergency people who have to answer calls down there when someone's hit, someone's knocked, cars are knocked, there's accidents, it really does affect us. It's a very sensitive area. Our planning board unfortunately didn't really care. That's my opinion, and I can take it up with Chairman Collins. That's my opinion. They didn't really care to reopen the seeker to have public comments on that, but that's where we are.
I don't even know what process is involved in reopening the CEQA process, but I know that it had to go to state DOT, obviously.
It did, but they had an opportunity when the use was known for 16 Skyline Drive to reopen the seeker, right? Before that, they didn't know what the use was. Could have been two data centers at 1416 Skyline
The
Drive.
state didn't know what the use was gonna
The
be?
state, nobody knew what the use was because the applicant didn't reveal that until this year when it was going to be pickleball and padel, and they got it approved this year. And then did not change it, did not change the seeker because they said it's one of the uses, recreational facilities, one of the uses of those buildings based on the zone. Fine, but the seeker could still be open because that's a lot more traffic than, for instance, data centers, if that was the intent. And who knows?
That used to be a very highly trafficked tennis facility there.
Right, so, you know, the idea is it's a very sensitive area, it is taking up a lot of time, we are sensitive to that, but there's a whole smattering of issues. And I've offered, and others have offered to help, right? Committees, independent oversight, that kind of stuff. And I understand there may not be room for that or appetite for that, but there is a need for that in this town, and we all care deeply about this town, as you do. And so we all want the best for it, right? So these downgrades were still good, but we don't want to see any more of that, right? And if taxes have to go up, then they have to go up. We're all big people here. They have to go up, they have to go up, but we need to hear that, why that is, and how the money's being spent. That's all I'm asking. Thank you.
Moving on to our town clerk's report. Emily?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Town Clerk's Report, Town Board Meeting, January 27th, 2026. Received and filed the 2025 annual reports for the Architectural Review Board, Planning Board, and Zoning Board of Appeals. Received and filed the 2026 Public Sector HR Professional Services Agreement, the 2026 to 27 CSEA White Collar Stipulation of Agreement, the 2026 Oaths of Office from the Pleasantville Fire District, the 2026 Westchester EMS Paramedic Service Budget Agreement, and one notice of claim from Davina Allen.
Item 6 will be referred to our town attorney. Thank you. Moving on to council reports. Councilwoman Zena.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, residents of Mount Pleasant, fellow board members, and our town clerk and attorney. My report comes from our building and highway department. My first purchase order is number 162-26-03. This comes from the building department. The vendor is Bluebeam Software. This is an online computer software for the inspectors where they can review the plans and stamp them. There's an annual fee of $440. This item has been budgeted for the 2026 year. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle.
I second.
Joe?
Joe?
Move for approval.
Motion by Joe, second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
My next item is purchase order 162-26-04. Again, this comes from our building department. The vendor is Apple Inc. This is for the purchase of 4 Apple iPads at $749 each. These iPads will be used by our building inspectors out in the field, which will make their jobs easier, and they allow them to work more efficiently. Total cost is $2,996. Again, this has been budgeted in the 2026 budget. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Next is purchase order 162-26-05. The vendor is JHW Plan Review. This PO comes from our building department as well. This is for the plan review for Holy Rosary Home renovation. The total cost is $19,630, and this cost will be covered by the developer or owner of the property in their permit fees. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next is purchase order 162-26-06. This vendor is eBiz Docs. Again, this comes from building. I don't know if you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, we had approved a purchase order for about $8,000 for a grant that we have received from the Local Government Records Management Improvement Fund. This is the other portion of that grant. So the total grant is $68,018, but we already approved $8,000 and change a couple weeks ago. This is for the 2025-26 cycle for scanning and indexing of residential building records. This marks the town's second grant award, following the first one, which was in 2021-22, which funded scanning over 10 years of building Doc's oldest records. So the total cost of this PO is $59,917.50. Again, this is coming to us via a grant we have been awarded. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle.
I second.
Joe? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. My next purchase order is 162-26-07. The vendor is OpenGov. This is from our building department. Again, this is the permitting and licensing mobile application for the building department software for use on the new tablets for the building inspectors. Again, this was in the budget for 2026. The total cost is $7,643.03. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Tom.
Yes.
Yell it out. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. My next purchase order is 162-26-08. The vendor is Logically. This is for our building department. This is a mini computer for a TV that will be placed in the building department for the inspectors to review plans. This is a large screen TV. Again, this was a budgeted item. Total cost is $1,548.79. Move for approval.
Motion by Danielle,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. The TV was free, by the way.
Oh, yes, we had it, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Save where you can.
Yep.
My next item comes from David Smith, our town engineer. This is Resolution 57-26. This is, he is requesting authorization for the town board to approve the town supervisor to execute an agreement between the town and the town of Newcastle for the right to install a new town sewer within the Newcastle section of Old Farm Road South. This agreement will permit the town to install a new gravity sewer main to the county trunk sewer to remove the need for the Deerfield Lane pump station. The project to complete this installation is in final design and previously bonded. Upon execution of this agreement, the town can then finalize the plans and put this project out to bid. Move for approval, please.
I second.
By Danielle,
Second, Joe.
second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
My last item.
Project two is a good thing because there's a pump station now that only has a useful life of a certain number of years, which requires significant maintenance and will need to be replaced. So in the long run, this is gonna save money for the town.
It's a big savings. We've been looking into this for a number of years. The pump station is also bordering wetlands, and if anything ever happened, it would not be good. So,
So
Looking
money
forward
spent
to-
well,
what's that?
money spent well
Yes.
for the future of the town.
Thank you. My last item comes from David Smith again, our town engineer. This is Resolution 58-26. This is authorization for the town board to permit the town supervisor to enter into a sanitary sewer easement agreement with Toll Brothers. The purpose of the new sanitary sewer main is to be dedicated to the town under the Kensico Preserve Development Project. The new easement was required due to the rerouting of the sewer main in regard to unforeseen field conditions. The sewer installation work is being completed by Toll Brothers. We recommend the town board to authorize the execution of this sewer easement agreement. So we just are giving them permission for the easement, but they're doing the work?
They're doing all the work, no cost to the
No
town.
cost to the town.
Once it's approved, it'll be in the open space area, so we will maintain it in the future, but these have a long life, these pipes.
Excellent. Thank you.
Usually once it's dedicated to the town, it becomes our responsibility.
Correct, and this will be observed by David and his team to make sure it's done right, so
Great.
it'll last a long time.
Thank you. I will move for approval.
Motion by Danielle.
Second,
Is that Tom?
yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mark, you're
What's
always loud
happening?
enough. No.
Yeah. I think it's throwing you off because it was usually either Lori's voice or Tom's voice over there, but now Joe and Tom kind of sound similar.
We do. We gotta have a practice session one day. Getting it out there. Joe, you're on.
All right, well, I'm going to read from the Controller's memo dated 1/27/2026. Bear with me, there's a lot here. Thank you to the town board and the residents and Carl Fulgenzi. Looking forward to working on this town board. This is actually my second meeting, so just a little patience as I read through this. Controller's memo, attorney's fees. Harris, Beach, Murdoch, and Cullen, $28,783.67. We, a little bit of,
It's that map in there.
okay.
What happened?
You know when there's a big file in the agenda?
Yeah.
It throws the whole line.
Oh,
Yeah.
does he want my computer?
Yeah, maybe. Well, there's a lot here. The next one is,
You got with Sullivan data on the first one?
yeah, you got, and now we're, insurance.
You can,
Okay, let's try this here.
you can enlarge that with your fingers. You could just go like this. Whoops.
Yeah, you need one of those apples.
Let me see if I have it.
Actually, can I do something?
Yeah, go for it.
This one, that's what you wanted. How many people does it take to get this to work?
Here you go, I got it.
Here we go.
All right, Tom, thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So we're reading from the Controller's Memo 12726. Harris Beach, Murda, and Cullen, $27,783.67. We have a lot of insurance liability and umbrella policies for a total of $1,149,533.89. All of this is on file at the Controller's office. But some of the big ones here, we have a pollution liability policy for $116,436.37. We've got excess liability insurance policies for $293,093.75, and special liability and protection, professional services liability, adding up to $271,748. We have employee benefits contributions of $48,498. And then we have
Bless you.
our annual contribution to the New York State Assessment, PERMA employee benefits, $193,877. And then more contributions to our New York State assessment, $208,629, for a total of $1,715,974. Now, we have a purchase order, 1312601, for audit services.
What you want to do, you want to approve your,
Yeah, Highway Garage.
So we have our accountings audit for 2026, O'Connor Davies, $46,750.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we didn't approve it yet.
Let's back up.
did we have to do a resolution?
For the controller's memo?
Are you done with the controls now?
Yeah, make a motion that we approve the controller's memo.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Joe, second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
I abstained, Mr. Supervisor, due to a conflict, but I abstain.
Okay.
You can hit that, John.
Purchase order 1312601 for O'Connor Davies. It's for our 2025 year-end audit services, $46,750. Move for approval.
You got it, there's a few different lines there, Joe, A, B, and SBL 7410, total cost. I don't know if it's showing on yours or not.
Yeah, there's line A, 46,750, line B, 46,750, and 6,500. Some 50% of which will be reimbursed by the Village of Pleasantville. The total cost is $100,000 for the 2025 year-end audits. Move for approval.
Motion by Joe,
Second?
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next is purchase order 13126-2. It's for our USI Consulting Group. It's for $850, and that's for actuarial valuation services. Motion, move for approval.
Motion by Joe,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, next is purchase order 13126-3. It's from the Industrial Appraisal Group. It's for $1,675 for appraising insurable assets and $510 for accounting data. The total cost is $2,185. Move for approval.
Motion by Joe,
Second?
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next is purchase order 13126-04. All right, there's 3 items here. This is IT services, all right? IT, Logically is our IT company that provides the town's annual recurring costs for data and support, in addition to server and workstation upgrades. So it's made out of 3 components. The total cost is $299,906.48, and it's Part A is $56,800, Part A 135,299, $70,000, and Part A 135-400, $173,160.48.
Joe, I think the total cost is $299,960.48. I think you said 906.
No, you're right, it's $299,960. Thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
Move for approval.
Motion by Joe,
Second?
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, now we have some lump sum payments for retirees from the engineering department. The lump sum payout for the engineering department retirees, $10,267.85. Move for approval.
Motion by Joe,
Second?
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
I have another lump sum payment for a payout for a retiree from the controller's office.
Water and sewer.
I'm sorry, water and sewer?
Close.
Delay the reboot. Oh my God. All right, it's $9,670.74. Last but not least, we have a lump sum payment for a retiree from the police department.
Make a motion, Joe.
Oh. Make a motion to accept the retiree expenses from the water department.
Motion by Joe,
I'll second approval of Resolution 65-26.
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, one last final lump sum payment for a retiree from the police department, $29,517.16. Make a motion for approval.
Motion by Joe,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Saraceno.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, residents and fellow board members and town clerk. I have a number of items. This should be fun. We will start, actually, they're fun items. So this year I'll be the liaison to the Parks and Recreation Department. Having moved on from last year, I was the liaison to Highway. So this is the department that residents see as the fun, right? So anything that anybody ever needs, any questions, feel free to contact me, and I can liaise with the department. I'm going to start with Resolution 67-26. This is a purchase order. The vendor is Doc Network. This is for Camp Doc. It's a yearly software subscription that the summer day camp program uses for registrations and storage of campers' health information, as well as used for pool members, in which members can upload their proof of residency when they're registering for the town pool online. This is a software that the county health department recognizes for data as well. The annual fee is $8,460, and then there's an integration fee in which this software integrates with the town's software, which does other things, and that's $2,115, totaling $10,575. Move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second?
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item is Resolution 68-26. Vendor is LIFE, L-I-F-E, it's an acronym. This is for lake and pond maintenance, so this is for year 2 of a 2-year agreement with LIFE to treat and maintain aquatic growth at Bear Ridge Lake, Opperman's Pond, and Leeds Pond. Total cost $15,600. Move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Resolution 69-26, vendor is All Multi-Services Corp. This is a purchase order for the Bradhurst Community Center cleaning. This is the 3rd year of an awarded cleaning bid, which was Resolution 149-24, with All Multi-Service Corp. for the cleaning at $655 per month for the Bradhurst building. The total cost $7,860 annually. I move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second?
second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution 70-26, vendor Funtime Amusements out of Jefferson Valley, New York. This is for supplies and staff for Camp Summer Fun, the carnival at the camp, which will take place on Friday, August 7th, 2026. They will provide 2 attractions with supervision, 1 snow cone machine with syrup, pumps, and cups, 1 cotton candy machine with sugar and cones, 3 carnival games, and 3 generators. Total cost $2,714. I move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Resolution 71-26. Vendors AMF Bowling Centers. This is a purchase order for the trip to Bolero, a summer fun and action squad camp. There's various packages listed on the item, and the total cost is $7,622.37. I move for approval.
I second it. Second by Joe.
Motion by Mark, second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. In addition, another purchase order, 71-26. This is for AMF Bowling Centers. This is also for Summer Fun, Action Squad. No, wait, I'm sorry. Yes, never mind. This is very similar to the one prior, but different. This is it's similar yet different. Total amount here is $7,622.37. This is, and again, these are camp items that
I don't have that.
more times than not come back. You don't know, this is resolution
Sorry, which one are you on?
71-26.
70?
Resolution, you're going by the resolution number?
Oh. I thought we did that one.
Oh, we did that one, I'm sorry, correct.
Just-
My page is messed up, I'm sorry. We did that one and you all approved it. We are moving on to resolution 72-26. This is Northeast Westchester Special Recreation. The Recreation and Parks Department seeks approval to enter into an agreement with Northeast Westchester Special Recreation, Inc. For the entire calendar year of 2026. They will provide recreation programs for Mount Pleasant residents with special needs. Mount Pleasant is one of 12 municipalities that contribute to this organization and use their services. The organization is a group of various municipalities that sit on their board, and they do things all over the county, really good work for our special needs residents and various programs throughout the year. The total cost is $24,190.96, and with that, I move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second. Give it to Tom.
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. I think that's it for purchase orders, but I do have 3 more items. This is Resolution 73-26. This is authorization to approve the 2026 fees for summer camp. There is a form that you can find online with the fees listed out for each camp. It shows the percentage increases, which we had discussed during budget season to account for rising costs. However, the Recreation Department and myself, we feel that, and I'm sure the others, that this is nonetheless an excellent value for residents, and with that, I'll move for approval 73-26.
Motion by Mark,
Second by Joe.
second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Next one is Resolution 74-26. This is from the Recreation and Parks Department as well, seeking approval of the 2026 pool fees, which again you can find online. These fees will also be published on our town website and by the Recreation Department, but they are on the agenda as well for the various levels, family, individual, dailies, etc. With that, I move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Danielle. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. And my last item is Resolution 75-26. This is authorization to hire a seasonal pool and camp staff group for 2026 for the season. The Rec and Parks Department requests the Town Board approval to hire these employees as seasonal. Number of employees and pay scales are attached on the agenda, and they are supported by the 2026 town budget. With that, I move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, and one reminder, and I gotta pull up the date, but there is the Pocketbook Bingo, which is coming up soon from the Recreation Department. That's always a really fun event
Can't wait.
for men and women and others. I don't have the date handy, so I apologize. Before the meeting is over, I will get that date and I'll shout it out.
Please do.
Thank you.
Carl wants to go.
That's it for me for now. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Councilman Saliano.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My report is from the Police Department. We have 5 items for you this evening. The first item, Mr. Supervisor, is a purchase order. This is for a court reporter for Justice Court. The vendor is Carl R. Anderson. This is for steno services, which is mandatory. It's $675 per day for a court session, $950 per day for a jury trial. The total cost is $50,000. I move for approval for this purchase order, please.
Motion by Tom,
I second.
second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The second purchase order, Mr. Supervisor, is number 11-2602. This is Precise Translators LLC. These are interpreters that are mandatory to have. This is a budgeted item. These are the rates for 2026, $220 for Spanish interpreters, $300 for any other language, or 3 hours of sign language interpreters, $385 per day for jury trials for Spanish interpreters, and $460 per day for other languages. Again, this is mandatory. The total cost is $18,000. It's a budgeted item. I move for approval.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you so much. And the third item is purchase order number 11-26-03, again from the Justice Court. Language Line Services Incorporated is the vendor. This is after-hour arrangement interpreter for the Justice Court for 99 cents per minute for the travel. Total cost is $300. Ladies and gentlemen, I move for approval.
Motion by Tom,
Second by Joe.
second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
We have an item from the Police Department, item number 4, purchase number 30-26-02, Atlantic A program of DeLage is the vendor. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. It's a 60-month term lease for $95 a month. It's for a copy of lease. The total price is $5,700. I move for approval, please.
I second that.
Tom and Joe.
Motion by Tom, second by Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And, Mr. Supervisor, the last item is a purchase order, again, from the Police Department. This is an Impact RMS annual maintenance. It's Central Square Technologies LLC is the vendor. The purchase order is number 30-26-03. And this is for an annual maintenance fee from Impact RMS. Total cost for the Police Department, which is budgeted, is $13,102.69. I move for approval, please.
Motion by Tom,
I'll second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Have a great evening. Stay safe out there. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Supervisor. Let me just interject and finish my statement from earlier. Pocketbook Bingo, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
I know you're patiently waiting for this. Friday, January 30th, from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You can call and register the Recreation Department at 914-742-2310. There will be dinner, desserts, coffee, and prizes, and pocketbooks from some favorite designers, Michael Kors, Kate Spade, Coach, Tory Burch. It's always a fun night, so give it a shot, 21 and over, and years old, so no teenagers, but it's a fun event. I actually, yeah, I feel like
What
it's
is it, 18 or older?
21.
Or 21?
21, yeah, and you could bring your own alcohol, I believe, but there will be dinner, desserts, and coffee served by the rec department, and
Very nice.
enjoy, yeah.
Hope I can make it.
I'll put it on my calendar.
Town Attorney, do we have anything?
We do not, Mr. Supervisor.
That's good, thank you. Scheduled meetings, our work session, Tuesday, February 3rd at 7 PM. Business session, Tuesday, February 10th at 7 PM. Just a reminder before we adjourn, plowing snow onto the roadways creates a very dangerous situation. We've had a number of people in town felt that it's easier to throw the snow out on the street, and if a plow's not coming back, it creates danger. So we please ask everyone again, remind you again, please do not plow snow into the roads. You could be subject to a fine. It's a violation of town code. Is there anything else?
I just wanted to thank our Highway Department, Police Department, Parks Department, Water Department, who am I missing, for their hard work from Saturday up and through tonight. I know it was challenging. It was very long. We appreciate everything that you do, and we thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Much appreciated. If there be no further business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Tom,
Second?
second by Mark. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thanks, have a good evening, thank you.